Welcome, everyone. So, did you know that most employers spend like less than a minute evaluating a candidate's digital portfolio? It's wild, but true. Today, we've got an explainer that's really going to act as your ultimate bridge from the college classroom straight into career readiness. Before you dive into your full reading material, we're going to look at how you actually transition from simply doing research to check a box for a grade to applying those critical information skills in a professional world. If you've ever felt totally overwhelmed by random web searches, well, get ready to elevate your digital game. Okay, let's dive right into this. Here is our roadmap for today. We'll be exploring 4 core competencies. First, digital research habits. Second, professional digital work. Third, evidence-based decisions. And finally, professional digital presence. All right, section 1, digital research habits. Building the foundation. Let's get into it. To really build that foundation, we have to escape the trap of just typing a random thought into a search bar and, hoping for the best. Take a look at the difference here. A weak question like, is AI good, is just way too broad. You're going to get millions of opinions and honestly no real direction. But contrast that with, how can students use AI tools responsibly when completing beginner-level college assignments? See the difference? This immediately sets boundaries. It tells you exactly what to investigate, making your research incredibly focused and efficient. So how do we actually execute that plan? Well, it takes 6 essential steps. You start by defining that strong question and identifying the specific source types you really need. Step 3 is deciding where to search. And hey, here's a little secret. Library databases are absolute gold mines compared to just the open web. From there, you choose your keywords, track your sources, and finally, draft and revise. Relying on those instructor-approved resources right at step 3 ensures you're on the right academic path from the very beginning. Now, you might be wondering, why are these specific habits absolute game changers? Well, starting with a focused question keeps you on track, obviously, but tracking your sources as you work, that is the real lifesaver. It completely prevents that 2 a.m. midnight panic where you have a perfect statistic but absolutely no idea where it came from. Organizing your evidence and verifying your claims early on is going to save you massive headaches when you actually sit down to draft. Moving right along to section 2, professional digital work. Structuring for success. Structuring for success really means shifting your mindset from just hoarding information to actually producing accessible, polished content. And this brilliantly illustrates why accessibility needs to be a day one habit. Imagine using a screen reader and just hearing the words, "click here," over and over again. It tells you literally nothing. Compare that to a descriptive link like, read the assignment instructions. Descriptive links in alt text, they aren't just for web developers. They're absolutely fundamental habits for beginners to ensure your professional documents can be easily used by everyone. Okay, before you hit submit on anything, you need a final quality control checklist. This should cover content, evidence, organization, accessibility, file management, and privacy. Why all of these? Because a beautifully formatted, spell-checked document instantly loses its power if the claims aren't backed by evidence, right? Or if the file name is confusing, or, worst of all, if you accidentally leave unnecessary private information buried in the metadata. Always do that final check. All right, section 3, evidence-based decisions, moving beyond the first result. Now we're going to take these skills and apply them to high-level, real-world scenarios. An evidence-based decision is one that is supported by credible information, clear reasoning, and this is kind of the secret weapon here, an awareness of the limitations of that evidence. Professionals don't just pick the most popular software tool because it's trending on social media. No way. They systematically compare reliable data. Let's look at a realistic scenario. Say your team has to choose a project management tool, and one of them boasts a 95% satisfaction rate right on its homepage. Sounds perfect, right? Well, not so fast. A critical thinker pauses and asks, who exactly was surveyed? Is this an independent research study, or is it just clever marketing hype? We always have to dig deeper than just the flashy dashboard. Let's move to the next step and see how this builds a solid foundation. To make a rock-solid professional recommendation, you can use this 6-step framework. Define the decision, identify the criteria that actually matter, gather your evidence, compare your options, check the limitations, and finally, explain your reasoning. Openly documenting what the evidence doesn't answer actually makes you look way more thorough and honest to an employer. And that brings us to section 4, professional digital presence, showcasing your skills. This is the final destination, where we take all these foundational skills and display them publicly. Now, you might be thinking, I'm just a beginner. What do I even have to show?
Well, look at this diverse list of artifacts: class projects, reports, spreadsheets, code samples, even presentations. Almost any well-executed college assignment can literally become career evidence. You are already doing the work, you just need to frame it the right way.
So the crucial point here is documentation. For every single portfolio artifact, you should state the project title, the purpose, the tools used, the skills demonstrated, your exact role, and a reflection on what you learned. Oh, and a quick word of warning, while AI is great for checking grammar or polishing up your text, never, ever use it to invent experience. If you customized a template, just own that. Honesty is absolutely your best policy here.
Which leads us to this really powerful closing thought. Career materials should present your strongest, truthful version, not a fictional version. Everything you are learning right now, from tracking down credible sources to making those evidence-based decisions, is actively building your professional footprint. As you dive into the full reading material next, ask yourself, if a future employer looked at your digital footprint today, what story would it tell about your skills?